There's a strange moment. You've probably experienced it before. You walk into a room, and without saying anything, people already decide how they feel about you. Some people get ignored, some get tested, and a rare few get respected instantly, not because they're louder, not because they're richer, not even because they're more attractive, but because of something deeper, something psychological, something felt, before it's understood. And this is exactly what Carl Jung spent his life trying to explain, that human beings don't just respond to what you say, they respond to what you are. Today, we're going to break down two powerful traits that make people respect you instantly. These aren't tricks. They're not manipulations. They are inner shifts, and once you master them, you don't chase respect anymore. You become someone it naturally follows. Trait 1. Silent authority. There's a type of person who doesn't talk too much, doesn't try to impress, doesn't rush to explain themselves, and yet, when they speak, people listen. When they move, people notice. When they go quiet, the room feels it. This is what we call silent authority, and most people misunderstand it. They think respect comes from being dominant, being loud, being the center of attention. But in reality, the more you try to prove your importance, the less people believe it. Because true authority doesn't beg to be seen. It exists without effort. Why silent authority works. Human beings are deeply intuitive. We're constantly asking, subconsciously, does this person need my approval, or do they already have their own? The moment you seek validation, you lower your perceived value. But when you're grounded, calm, and self-assured, you create a kind of psychological tension. People start wondering, what does this person know that I don't? Why are they so unaffected? And curiosity quickly turns into respect. What silent authority looks like in real life? It's the person who doesn't overshare, doesn't react to everything, doesn't try to win every argument, doesn't chase attention. They choose their words carefully. They're comfortable with silence. They don't feel the need to fill every gap, and because of that, every word they say carries weight. The mistake most people make. Most people are uncomfortable with silence, so they talk, and talk, and talk, not because they have something meaningful to say, but because silence makes them feel exposed. But here's the truth. Silence doesn't expose weakness. It exposes insecurity, if you can't handle it. But if you can sit in silence, calmly, without rushing to prove yourself, people start to feel your presence, not your noise. How to develop silent authority. It's not about acting cold. It's not about being distant. It's about being centered. Start with this. Pause before you speak. Let there be a moment where you choose your words. Instead of reacting, slow down your movements. People who rush signal anxiety. People who move with intention signal control. And most importantly, stop explaining yourself unnecessarily. Not everyone needs access to your thoughts. Not every situation requires your reaction. When you learn to hold back, you create mystery, and mystery commands attention. But here's where it gets deeper. Silent authority will make people notice you, but it's not enough to make them stay in that respect. Because the moment pressure hits, the moment emotions rise, most people lose everything they built. And this is where the second trait changes everything. Trait 2, emotional control. There's one thing that instantly destroys respect, and it's not failure, it's not weakness, it's not even insecurity. It's lack of emotional control. The moment you become reactive, defensive, easily triggered, people stop seeing you as stable. And stability is one of the deepest forms of power. Why? Emotional control commands respect. Think about it. Who do you naturally respect more? The person who explodes over small things, or the one who stays calm under pressure? The person who argues emotionally, or the one who listens and responds with clarity? Emotional control signals one thing: you are in control of yourself. And if you can control yourself, people assume you can handle life, responsibility, pressure, conflict, and that's what earns respect. The illusion of expressing everything. We live in a time where people are told, say how you feel, express everything, let it all out. And while expression is important, uncontrolled emotion is not strength, it's exposure, because when you react instantly, you reveal your triggers, your weaknesses, your insecurities, and people, consciously or not, start to adjust how they treat you. What emotional control looks like: it's not suppression, it's awareness. It's the ability to feel anger without becoming it, to feel frustration without reacting impulsively, to hear criticism without collapsing or attacking. It's choosing your response instead of being controlled by your emotions. A simple example. Imagine someone disrespects you. Most people will react immediately, raise their voice, try to defend themselves, or attack back. But the person with emotional control pauses, looks at the situation, and responds. With precision, sometimes calmly, sometimes firmly, sometimes not at all. And that restraint feels powerful. Why people test you. Here's something most people don't realize. People test you to understand you. They push boundaries. They observe your reactions. They watch what triggers you, because once they know what controls you, they know how much to respect you. If everything triggers you, you become predictable, and predictability reduces perceived strength. How to develop emotional control. Start by noticing your triggers. What makes you react instantly? Criticism, disrespect, being ignored. Don't judge it, just observe it. Then, create space. The next time something triggers you, pause, even if it's just for a few seconds. That pause is where your power lives, because in that space you get to choose, and choice is control. When you combine these two traits, something shifts. You become someone who doesn't seek attention, doesn't react impulsively, doesn't need validation, doesn't lose control under pressure, and that combination is rare, because most people are either loud but unstable, or quiet but insecure. But when you are both quiet and in control, you create a presence that people can't ignore, according to Carl Jung. What we don't control within ourselves ends up controlling us, and people can feel that. They can sense when someone is ruled by fear, ego, insecurity, emotional instability, but they can also sense when someone has faced those things and mastered them. That's what creates presence. Not perfection, but integration. This isn't something you master overnight. You will still react sometimes. You will still over-explain. You will still lose control in certain moments. That's part of being human. But the difference is awareness. Because once you see it, you can start changing it. So the next time you walk into a room, don't try to impress. Don't try to prove. Don't try to be seen. Instead, be still, be aware, be in control, and watch what happens. Because respect is not something you demand. It's something people give when they feel something in you that they can't shake. The question is, when people feel your presence, what do they feel? If this spoke to you, don't just watch it and move on. Sit with it. Ask yourself honestly, which of these two traits are you missing right now? Is it your silence or your control? Because awareness is where everything begins, and if you're ready to master both, Then subscribe for more deep psychological insights inspired by Carl Jung. And in the comments, I want you to write just one word: silence or control. No explanations, just truth. Because sometimes the smallest answers reveal the most about who we are becoming.